How's your health? Is everything all right? Shall we talk about something related to meditation? At first, try to find a good place, because when you are going to learn the meditation, you need the proper place. I mean, if you're at home, just find out a place that is suitable for doing the meditation. It's not something like, very noisy, or, if the kids are there at your house, at your home, it's not quite easy. Like, they will just run around and, you know, it's a kind of disturbance, and you don't want that. And if your house is in a very noisy environment, then also you need to find out a good place to meditate or to learn meditation. After learning how to meditate, then it's, after attaining certain, limit, or maybe, after after practicing the meditation, if you feel that, you can do it at any place, you can do the meditation regardless of where you are, then consider yourself as you're really got trained, and everything is fine. I mean, the environment is always going to disturb you. Even if you go to Himalaya, if you think that, oh, that's the nice place, I can sit and do the meditation, I'll just share my experience with you. Wherever you go, you're going to carry your body, your mind, not anything other than your body and your mind. I mean, it's all merged. You're going to carry your mind. What's going to be there? The same you. There is no difference. And when you try to meditate, you're going to carry the same fear, or maybe, everything will be there. It's like carrying a basket to get some fruits, carrying the empty basket to get some fruits in your garden. Then you can just, that's possible because the basket is empty and you can gather fruits and you can come back. But just imagine you're carrying the basket that is already full. What is the use of, it's not filled with the fruits. Something else is there. So it's not possible to fill the basket because it's already full. I don't know whether it's good or bad. I'm just telling you, just giving you an example. Like, consider that you're going to meditate in Himalaya. Just going to sit under the tree, trying to meditate. Is that possible? Okay, without knowing what is meditation or how to meditate, simply sitting and closing your eyes not going to help you at all. But If at all, if you have any idea about it, like how to meditate, or there are so many types. You can concentrate. Okay, you can just look at some object, any object, and you can just focus your eyes on it. Then you can simply try to concentrate or try to gather all your thoughts and forget it for a while and focus only on the object. I mean, you are trying to focus only on the object. Your eyes is going to see the object. And what are you going to do? That's like your eyes is going to see the object. It's not going to change. I mean, there is no change in that. Anybody can do it. You can simply focus your eyes on the object and sit for 5 minutes. That's possible. But after 5 minutes, it's quite inconvenient for you to focus on the object, as well as your mind is having a kind of it's like getting into a roller coaster. It's all getting into the higher state, the state of joy, or sometimes all of a sudden thinking about something that is not happening or something happened in the past. So it's very, it's a kind of confusion. So all the time I'm talking about something related to confusion, but it's a very, that's the right word, or maybe for me, that's the right word. Because when you try to focus on something, and if you think that that's going to help you, you can just concentrate on one object for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Then what about your thoughts? So there are so many things. At first, okay, I don't want to confuse you. You need to find the right place to meditate. Okay, you are not going to visit Himalaya for that, but it's very good even if you try to go to Himalaya. It's, but don't confuse yourself with the silence. The place is having its own noise. The sound, the noise, and all sort of vibrations will be there. Wherever you go, it will be there. I mean, there is no place in this world without any noise, without any vibration. When you go to Himalaya, it will be very nice. Like, just imagine you're sitting at the very lap of the mountain, and there are only trees, and it's beautifully bloomed, and there is no one. There is a big tree with full of white flowers, and there is a boulder under the tree. Oh, such a nice thing. Okay, let me go and sit over there and meditate. So, let me tell you what happened to me. I found that tree. I went to that place. I was sitting on that boulder. I was trying to meditate. I closed my eyes. I was trying to meditate. And all of a sudden I got the fear of snakes, or maybe the insects. It's we are trying to imitate our ancestors or the way they have talked about meditation uh, in the ancient civilization. Or maybe, before that, centuries ago, sages, many saints, they were sitting under the tree and trying to meditate. And what happened? We really have no clue about it. They were meditating under the tree for years. That's all we know. So if you are trying to follow the same thing, I'm just telling you about my experience. Like, I just went and I found the big tree. There are many trees, but there was one tree and with full of flowers, white flowers, and it was so serene that the place itself very nice and serene, and you know, no one was there, and there was a boulder under the tree, and I thought that that's the right place to sit and meditate, and I was just trying to meditate, and all of a sudden I got this kind of fear. Oh, is there someone standing over there? Or is there someone behind me? Or what if sometimes you have the fear in your heart, like in your mind, like fear of people or fear of reptiles or insects, or simply, you think about your family or anything related to your life, right? Of course, if when you're going to meditate, you're going to think about only your life. Are you going to think of the God? Okay, there are so many types. As I told you, at first you can just try to focus on one object in front of you. You can just sit straight, or you can sit in the Padmasana, and you can try to meditate. But okay, before, I don't want to discourage you. You can try that also. I'll talk about everything. It's a big part. It's a very big concept. So we will discuss it one by one, or it's like chapter wise. It will be delivered to you. I didn't write a book, but I'm intended to write a book in future. But before that, I'll just try to share my experience with you, or my thoughts with you. So this is what happened. I had the fear of snakes, the reptiles, and the insects, and also about the people. Like, oh, I'm sitting here with closed eyes. What if someone comes and, try to kidnap me? Or, because, of course, I'm a woman. So, I had that fear at first. And then, about the reptiles, about the snake. Oh, if the snake, because you know what, the sage or the saint, he was sitting, or the monk, he was sitting and doing the meditation, and the snake came, and or I don't know what happened. No one talked about it. I just don't know how did they face that kind of situation. If any animal comes and try to attack you, oh, because just that's quite practical. You are in a place and in the middle of the big trees, and no one is there, and you are trying to sit and meditate, and just think of it, about the animals, about the reptiles, insects, of course, about the people around you. Or maybe if someone comes and they try to take advantage of the situation where you are in. So it's up to you. Like, are you prepared? How are you going to prepare yourself? How are you going to face the situation? Or is it okay to sit under any tree and do the meditation? If you think that, oh, that's quite possible, there are many things. You need to develop a lot of compassion, a lot of kindness, so that even if anything comes, you're not going to be bothered about it, because you are fully equipped to yourself with compassion and kindness equivalent to God. So it's not going to hurt you, but you must cultivate that kind of mindset. Otherwise it will be very tough for you if you try to meditate inside, or maybe, how could I say that, or inside the forest, or inside the fields. There are many fields at the lap of the Himalaya. Or just imagine, if you go to Himalaya, what will be there? Mountains, trees, and if you think that, oh, it's so serene, magical, comforting, of course it is. It's going to comfort you. The fresh breeze will be there, and the huge mountains, and the lush trees, everything is there and going to comfort you, giving you the right ambience. But practically, is that going to work out? So you need to choose the right place, and you need to make sure about certain things, like where are you going to do it, and how about your fears? Or maybe your mind is always preoccupied with something. You need to fight with those things to get into the internal state of your mind. There are so many layers, and you have to get into your mind, the core of your mind. There you can see yourself, your reflection. Or maybe after some time there will be nothing. Okay, I'll talk about it later.